Hello. So tomorrow I'm going to be starting a 28-day juice detox. I'm following Jason Vale's Super Juice Me, and part of me is really excited to experience all the health benefits, detoxify my stomach and my body in general. I don't think many of us actually truly understand just how much we are putting toxicants in our body every single day. So I'm really looking forward to the benefits of that. But I have to admit it, I'm a little anxious. 28 days, just juice. I'm really excited. I am anxious, but I know that this is going to be great for me. So it's day one of the 28-day juice detox, and I am weighing in 117.3 kilos. So we just did the weigh-in as we prepare for day one, and as you saw on the scales it hit 117.3, which is just crazy. It's the most I've weighed in, I don't know, probably 6 months. And I don't feel like I've put on that weight. I guess that hasn't allowed me to see the truth, right? Ultimately, it comes down to the little choices that I make. And if I'm going up in weight, I must be, as my friend says, making more poor decisions than good ones. So I'm hoping this juice detox is going to get my mind in a better place so that I can fight the ego off afterwards and make better choices going forwards, so that I don't drop weight right now through the next 28 days, only to then go and put it back on. So end of day one, some real strong headaches, particularly in between the eyes and the upper nose, and some low energy. But from what I know of this process, i.e. the detoxification process, that is my body just letting out those toxins that I have put in my body. So weirdly enough, I'm grateful for the slight pain, the slight torment that has put me through. What's interesting is if I'm getting really strong feelings coming out, I've put those strong energies into my body. So in whatever way that I've been toxifying my body, those toxins are now coming out in the detoxification process. So one of the biggest things I've noticed today, as I come towards the close of day two, is my senses, my smells. Anything I smell is renewed. I have this whole what is that? And pretty much everything smells good. Just walking past bars or restaurants on the beach, everything smells good. My taste, I kind of feel like as I drink the juices, every little bit is beginning to seep in, and I'm really getting to identify flavors more. And lastly, what's really weird is there's been something missing today, more than the other days. Can you guys guess what it is? Well, it's the fact that I haven't needed to chew. And it's really weird getting the nutrients you need without chewing. I've been so used to chewing, we've all been so used to chewing. Been chewing my whole life. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Or breakfast 11sies, lunch, tea and dinner. However it is that you get your nutritional intake, but to not chew, you know? That's been something that I've actually really missed. I really enjoy it. So it's I've really noticed that I haven't been chewing. Coming to the end of day 3, of the juice detox. This morning was really funny, man. I don't know why, but I was bouncing around with music, man. Started listening to music, feel good. Just started bouncing around, had so much energy. Then I went on the scales, and supposedly I dropped 5k since the first weigh-in, which seems a bit hectic, but I guess, it's entirely possible. We're all backlogged up. We throw stuff into our system. If we imagine our system is like this, just a continuous coasis. That's basically what the intestines are, right? There can be a backlog up there, so that's kind of what I reckon it was. I don't think I've magically lost 5 kilos over 2.5 days. But nonetheless, I had energy this morning and I was vibrant, and I just noted it and it made me really happy. Hit my 4 o'clock this afternoon though. Straight across the face, nice right hook, plunged down the energy scale. Not like being punch drunk, but just off the energy cliff. I'm kind of assuming at this stage it's due to the sugars that my body's now burning up that remains in my body. I'm expecting that I'll go into a state of ketosis over the next week or so, which, for those of you that don't know, is the premise of the keto diet, which basically means you change energy source. Normally, we use carbs and sugars to burn for fuel, and in this instance, in ketosis, we burn fat for fuel. So day 4 is all about taking the power back, and I'm loving this conversation. I'm learning so much about my ego, about my eating habits, about my energy, about my focus. There's just so much going on here, guys. It's such an incredible journey. I want to be healthier, man. I want to go for these annual checkups that you go for, and for all the doctors to say, you're in good shape, there's nothing wrong with you. As opposed to what's historically been said in the past. Most of the consultants I've seen tell me in some way, shape or form that I defy medical science. So yeah, I'm really striving for this, for better health. I can't wait to keep showing you guys my results. Coming to an end of day 6 here of my juice detox. I've got to be honest, one of the things that I've really most enjoyed today is not having to worry about if I've got the ingredients, what I'm going to cook, when I'm going to cook it, maybe even how many times today I'm going to have to cook. Once, twice, 3 times. For those of you that love a bit of, I don't know what you eat in the morning, a yogurt and some muesli, that takes 3 seconds, no problem. But if you're whipping up your eggs, some baked beans, whatever else you like in the morning, that does take a little bit of time. So not cooking is creating some time in my day or my life, which I'm finding quite refreshing. And so I started to think about what food I wanted. And I started to think about all the different types of foods. And then I got even hungrier and I decided on Indian. And then I actually started to look at a menu. And this call was still going on. And the whole time we were talking about the ego being an expression of your conditioned behavior. What is conditioned behavior? It's basically habit that's been created after an experience or an emotional trauma. I didn't let the ego win. I didn't, and I'm so proud of it. Because I'm telling you now, the Gav that I know would have broken down so easily and given in. But this is day 7 of day 28. I've got so long to go. But 7 days so far, I mean, it has kind of been quite easy, but it also hasn't at the same time. And I'm just so pleased to see what I'm learning about myself through this process. I chose to do this and I'm loving it. What an incredible challenge. I'm just so pleased that I'm talking from a position where I didn't cave an hour and a half, 2 hours ago and eat some proper food. And that I'm talking to you from a position of strength. Do you see that? Do you see that? Now, if I'd had that food and rewarded myself for making 7 days and let's get warm, it's freezing. Tomorrow I would have been self-sabotaging, I would have been hating myself. Oh, well, now you've broken it, you can't carry on 28 days, etc., etc. Whereas now, I'm coming from a place of empowered being, empowered decision-making, consciousness. I have chosen. I consciously chose. After the ecstatic dance event, I sat around with a few of the people from the event and had a cup of tea. Most people had some tapas. And I didn't really, it was, I saw food. I didn't really get hungry from it. It was nice to smell food. It didn't really make me hungry. But the no energy thing is, it's just massive. And I'm just hoping that that's not going to be an everyday occurrence. Kind of from my keto training days, I know that it takes a week or two for the body to adapt to a new fuel source, being fat as opposed to carbs and sugars. Whilst there's limited carbs, very limited, and sugars in the fruit, I don't think that's going to be used up quite quickly. If I'm crashing energy-wise at 4 or 5 o'clock. So I don't think that's an issue. I think I will be able to get myself into a state of ketosis. So I'm kind of hoping that it's not an everyday event. Day 9, woke up this morning with bounds of energy, went early for a swim. And I just kind of lost all energy for most of the rest of the day. So went swimming between, say, 9 and 11 a.m. Had to come home, lay in bed for an hour. And as much as I tried to push myself to do some work in the afternoon, just didn't get very much done. I was pushing against the tide, if you like. I guess when your body needs rest, your body needs rest. So I'm trying not to be so hard on myself, but today's been a tough day. No question of it. I'm definitely noticing that when my energy's low, I'm definitely less in control of my emotions. And what that does is basically have a negative effect. In this instance, my energy's low, so frustration, that's an emotion. Just so you know, when I say I'm taking an ice bath, I ain't joking. There is lots and lots of ice in this bath. The temperatures are really, really cool, and it's all to help with my programming information. So I'm doing the 28-day Super Juice Me detox, and alongside it I'm doing alternate every other day cold immersion therapy. So I'm going to let you guys go now, but I'm going to get the top half of this body in. Catch you later. My friend said to me today, and even I felt it and can see it in the mirror, that I'm beginning to look a little flatter in the belly. Hey, big win for me today. Eh? So on one hand, I've got the ego going, oh, you weigh too much, how do you know this is going to work? And on the other hand, I've got the ego going, oh, you must be losing weight. Somebody said something. You're doing really well. Da, 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 da. Do you see how confusing this can all be if we listen to it? I've been the last 3 or 4, maybe even 5 days, man, it's been like clockwork, and I mean clockwork. 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, bang, cliff, energy goes. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, I don't have enough energy. Again, another really low time for my emotions to pop up when I have low energy. I really hope that this is really throwing out the toxins and preparing me for this transition into new fuel. Day 13 was epic, people. Epic. I did have lower energy this afternoon, but what I didn't have was that crash feeling. And I'm kind of now seeing or hoping or feeling that I've broken the camel's back in terms of these afternoon energy dives. Day 14, champion. Who would have thought I'd got this far, right? I bet any of you out there, you wouldn't think the same for yourselves, but no retreat, no surrender. Never give up. Always ensure that you've got the finishing line in sight. It's nearer now than it ever has been in the last 14 days. Day 16. I've got to be honest, I think we might be turning a corner. I'm not really experiencing those energy crashes anymore. I'm kind of beginning to level out. That's kind of been a theme of the day. There are little peaks and troughs, but not crashes. Day 18. The days are flying by. Yeah! And look, I've got this smile on my face. That's got to tell you something, right? So much like yesterday, well, not much like yesterday, much like the day before, I think, I really experienced gratitude for this journey. Like, there's been tough times. I've had calls, works, emails. It's been a long day, but I'm doing it, you know? It's crazy to think. But as my dad always says, love you, Dad, proof is in the pudding. What does that mean? The result only comes in at the end. So, 28-day juice detox, day 18, not doing too badly. This is what I want to do. This is why I'm going to do it. This is when I'm going to do it. Full stop. No buts, no excuses, no whys, no questions, no contrary proposals. No doubt. No other expressed opinions. In other words, there was complete certainty. I dedicated and I committed and I moved forwards. 3 fundamental principles that all came together, nicely joined, and have been with me ever since, because here I am on the journey, day 20. One, I went on the scale, and I think yesterday was about 108.4, and this morning it was 108.8. So the first things that happens, the devil here, the ego, is like, oh look, you've gone up in weight, that's terrible, you're not doing the right thing, da-da-da-da. How can I not be doing the right thing? I'm following Jason's thing to a T. And it's not even about weight. It's about health. It's about choosing health. Weight is a byproduct, yes. Get it, totally. And yeah, it's nice to be doing it at the same time. Anyway, so here comes the good guy, the angel. But Gav, you can go up 2-3 kilos in a day. You know, you could be holding water, you could be doing this, and I got these two going like this. They're having a good old chitter chatter, these buggers, I tell you. And I thought, you know what? He's right. You can go up X in water weight per day. You can do this, you can do that. Stop judging yourself. Stop being your own biggest critic. Stop worrying about every little thing that raises a concern. And just be in flow. Be on the path. Stay your course. Have faith in the process and trust. Today was one of those days where, you know, stay outstanding. This is the cardiogram of life, yeah? Good things, bad things, good things, bad things, good vibrations, lower vibrations, good vibrations, lower vibrations. So to stay outstanding, we're really trying to surf as much of the peak as possible on the cardiogram of life. And I just wonder whether my hunger is here, or my vision, or my visualizations of food are here to really feed an emotion and not actually feed a hunger. Because let's be honest, man, if you take the amount of fruit and vegetables that I'm juicing every day, if I ate that rather than juicing it, I'd be getting all I needed. So it's not like I'm going without food. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm going without nutrients. Am I eating to suppress an emotion, or am I eating for nutrition? Well, clearly at the moment with the juicing, I'm eating or juicing for nutrition. I'm getting what I need, right? So if these visualizations are coming up, is it because I'm wanting to eat for an emotion? Right now, my integrity is remaining defiant in this 28-day challenge. I'm 21 days through. I'm 3 weeks into 4 weeks. I've broken the camel's back. I've got the finishing line in sight. There is no way I give up now. There is no way I give in now. I started after making a decision, and I started being committed, and that's how I'm going to finish. And that's the way that I'm going to do this. It's just so imperative. We can all play at a higher level. We can all play a better game. Always. It just takes practice. And mindset also requires practice. The same as becoming a better tennis player. The same as becoming a better swimmer. The same as becoming a better computer technician. The same as becoming a better tiler. Right? It all takes practice. So the question is, guys, how dedicated are you? How committed are you to yourselves? Because I am so dedicated and so committed to myself. You're going to see the transformations as this all unfolds, and I can't wait to show you that. Because what do I want? Do I want my emotions to run me, or do I want to run my emotions? Do I want to, achieve all of my goals, or do I want to let things get in the way? A ship without a captain is not a ship at heart. It's probably a lost ship. I don't want to be a lost ship. I want to be a captain on a ship. Someone did ask me today, however, what I'm going to break the fast with. And, I'm going to wake up Saturday morning and I'm not going to have breakfast. And then I think for lunch, I'll just have some vegetable soup. Just get the stomach gently back into the rhythm of digesting, as opposed to going for a big curry or a massive steak, which, whilst it sounds nice, that wouldn't have meant that I've learned a thing over the last 25 days. Feed the body for nutrition, not for emotion. As I'm coming towards an end of this juice detox, I'm becoming in a calmer state. I'm not thinking about food so much. I'm not challenged as to, Gavin, don't break, don't eat it, don't do it. I'm quite relaxed about that at the moment. So day 26 was a great day. Just sort of breezed through it. Don't want my ego to get too big. So, well done, Gav. 27 days. You did well, mate. You did well. But as I've been mentioning the last couple of days, with all this emotional stuff that's going on, learn to control your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. Know what you're eating and eat when you want to. Stop suppressing emotions by eating. I made it! 28 days. I made a decision. I committed to it and I dedicated to it. And boom, here we are 28 days later. You know, if any of you are thinking about doing this, gotta have a why. You know, your why has always got to be greater than you. So if you don't have a why, don't do it. But here's a why, I'm going to give it to you right now. You won't know and you wouldn't believe it, but 28 days of juice detoxing is a journey of self-discovery. That is a bigger why than your ego's ever going to sell you. So don't listen to the ego. If you're up for discovering a bit more about who you are, then start the detox process. If you want to get in touch, you know how to do it by now. StayOutstandingPodcast@gmail.com, on all the social medias, Facebook group, Stay Outstanding Tribe. You know, maybe just drop a message in there. It's always good to have a community behind you. So I will respond, that's a promise, but make use of the people in there. You're not all in there by accident. You're all in there for some amazing purpose and reason. And share your miracles and allow each other to express your wonder without judgment or without criticism. Just unite. Thank you so much, guys, for being on this journey with me. I hope you've got some value out of it, and I look forward to bringing you the next big thing, whatever that is. I know, by the way, I know what it is, but I'm not actually going to tell you. I hope you guys are excited. See you next time.